How's that? Is that better? Good morning, everyone. I know, I had it muted. It's better now. Technicals. Hi, Julie. Julie from Australia. Better now? Good. Good morning from Toronto, Canada. It's okay, Linda. It'll be there for you for the rewatch. Thank you for showing up and supporting. We have a lot to do, I guess. We have a lot. So just remember when your questions are questioned like a time frame, like when is the border going to open or stuff like that, all I can go and do and see what it has, but I don't know if I can get a time frame for you. And I have a question in here, who will be the first person to be indicted? That's also, unless it literally jumps into my head and the name comes through, I can definitely answer that, but I can look at, see what's going on and see if who they're leaning towards, but that's even a kind of a difficult one. But we'll see. You know, Spirit shocks me all the time and gives me information, and I'm like, whoa, that came through. So you never know. You never know. I'm just giving everybody a minute or two to jump on. I've noticed that it takes a little while sometimes for, thank you, Jackie. Hi, Jackie, honey. Jackie says, I look amazing. Thank you. I'm exhausted, to be honest with you. Not that I'm, you know, how can I put it? I'm always in a constant state of movement. And I've gotten my house, I'm getting it prepared for the winter, and it's been 10 years since I've done a whole lot on the outside. So I've got it painted, the roof done. My decks are going to get stained and painted. And yeah, I've done a lot. So I've had contractors at my house constantly for quite some time, getting things done. So I'm right now looking for somebody for landscaping, because I have this one spot on the side of my house that is a drainage for the city, and it has a whole bunch of rocks. But the thing about it has a whole bunch of rocks, but weeds keep on coming up through, and it just drives me batty. So I want to see what I can do, if I can get some concrete poured there, so that I don't have to deal with weeds all the time, and it looks cleaner and crisp. But we'll see. Before I forget, today on Nancy Jean's Garden, I hope all of you are subscribed to her because she's fantastic. I'm going to be on her channel, I think at 10 o'clock my time. Let me check. 11 o'clock my time. So it's 11 o'clock my time, which is Mountain Time. And we're going to be going live. So please join us on that. So I hope you get to see that. So, and then tomorrow, Danny Shea and Lori from Way of Positive Change. We're going to also do our live, since she was not feeling well. Thinking about that, I need to send her a message. See how she's feeling. I keep on forgetting to text her and see how she's doing. I'm such a bad friend sometimes. Ugh. I get so busy. I've had contractors, so I'm going to see how you're doing. Sorry, I couldn't text her right now while I remember it. If anybody else has this problem, if you don't do it right now, it'll be another 24 hours before you remember again. So if she's watching, hi, honey. You got a text message from me. All the time, Bright Opal. Yeah. I'm like, If I don't do it right then and there, it's going to be another 24-hour cycle before I remember it again. Yes, if ever. Shield Maiden, Naughty Woman's Tarot. Shield Maiden, Naughty Woman's Tarot. That's the name of it. I need to go check you out. I subscribe to a lot of tarot readers because I love listening to other tarot readers and getting a big, huge, because each one of them provides something, and I enjoy that. Bright Opal Tarot says, "You're lucky you remember. I often don't." Says, "Good morning." She's, "Good morning. I'm doing great." Okay, good. Lori's doing better. Good. She's also a grandmother, so she's a. Okay. Is it raining? It's not raining here. It's not raining here. All right. Are we getting there? People jumping in. Give them some time. But she's doing much better. Lori's doing much better. She says she just had an upset stomach that day. So I know how that feels. Where are you at, Sharon? Is this Sharon Lee, as in a Nasty Woman Tarot, Sharon Lee? Is that who I'm talking to, Sharon Lee? Is that who it is? Hi, Holly. Oh, you're in Minneapolis, so it's not, okay. Aha, rain is good. I've been going in my garden. I've getting my tomatoes are just about. I mean, I have so many on the vine that are green, so they're gonna turn here pretty quick. I just fed them some nice little fertilizer and gave them a little boost, so I should be getting a lot of tomatoes. What I do with my tomatoes, my extra tomatoes, is I put them in bags, and I have neighbors on all three sides, and I just flip them over their gate, over their fence, their bags, and they come and get their bags of goodies from their fence. So I share with all of my neighbors. And then then I have a neighbor across the street that I also share. She has a garden too, so her and I switch off whatever she has, I don't have. We switch off. So it's a fun neighborhood enjoyment with gardens. Yeah. Okay. So let's get into some questions here that somebody has. Sharing is caring. Hi, Susan. Good morning. So somebody had asked if will President, this is from Miss Marie. Hi, Miss Marie. Miss Marie says, will President Biden begin to make executive decisions if the Republicans keep refusing to help America? Now, I have to be honest. I'm confused on executive decisions. For one, is there something in his thing that he can do? But what I'm going to do is go in and see how Biden is going to possibly handle what's going on if they're not going to, be any help or whatever. So I'm going to kind of go into a remote look at Biden and how and what is going on with these other states and if he's going to be doing anything. So just give me a minute. Let me take a deep breath. And let me go in and see what's going on with that. I see him talking to all of the Democrats from Texas. I mean, he's like having almost daily meetings with them and going over a plan and how to do things. It's almost like if he does this, we're going to do that. If he does this, we're going to do that. So they do have a plan in motion of how they're going to counteract any of these actions, especially in Texas. I just heard him tell them if they do arrest you, there's legal recourse against that. So I don't know what that's about. I just heard him say that to them. Like, it'll be bad for them to do that. And they truly don't plan on going back until they are safe. Okay. I was going to look into Texas later on, but that's what's coming up. So let me see what else Biden is going to do. So Biden is sitting there with a Cheshire smile, like a Cheshire cat smile. He's smiling like, don't you worry. I know what to do about this. Don't you worry. I have some arrows in my quiver. Don't you worry. We're just going to let it play out. It's almost like he's letting them play out their hand, and then he will do something. He's like, let them show their meanness. Let them show how they really are. Let them be visible. And then he will counteract and do what he needs to do. But it's almost like allowing them to face plant, and then they come back with the solution. So I see the great big huge color green. Everybody is like he's in smiling through a green color. Now I'm asking, what does the green mean? There's green means a lot of things, but green is go. Green is you have the green light. You have the green light to do what you need to do. Yeah. He has a plan. And I see it working because I see the green down the road too. I'm looking to see if there was any blocks down the road, like in the future. It's all green. Like he knows what it's going to be okay. It just seems rough, but it's going to be okay. Okay. I'm going to come up out of that. He's going, let me pull a card, see what that energy. They do need to start getting aggressive about it. And I think that's what they're heading to. You see, they know the Democrats. They're not on board with the acts of revenge. They're not on board with you being mean to somebody else just because they're being mean. They kind of know us real well. So they're going to. They just know that time and patience and thoughtful action is on their side. Like that slow, slowly heating up a cold pot of water. This is their angle. So I picked that up. The heartbreak. So this is what I was talking about, how they're allowing the Republicans to do what they do. Like, let them show who they are. And then we'll come in with the rescue plan. And that's exactly what they're doing. The Five of Pentacles. You know, the Five of Pentacles and I'm showing the pain, the emotional pain and the heartbreak on that. So that was the angle that he's like, let them be who they are, and then we will fix this. Let the world see exactly who they are. So yeah. And he's heartbroken too. I mean, he's seeing it. He doesn't like it. All right, so let's do who will be the Trump's first. So let's look at Trump's. Here's the question, and it is from Paulette. Good morning. Who will be the first in Trump's circle to be indicted? Is Ivanka the woman going to bring down 45? Do you see treason trails for 45? ET treason trials. Sorry, treason trials for 45. Okay. So there's the couple of questions in there. So let me go into the people that are surrounding Donald Trump. I mean, there's so many. There's so many that are surrounding him, and they're just getting started and finding out. So it's like low-hanging fruit for them to go after all of them. But let's see what it is. Let me just look into it and see what's going on. So So I just I have Trump at the front, and I'm looking at all of his people that followed him. They're all like out in the audience, right? And all of a sudden I see one goes down, like disappears, and another one disappears, and another one disappears. Like they are another one and another one. So there's that. There's quite a few people that are going to be indicted. There's quite a few people that they're going to start taking down, literally, the words. And I'm looking at his front row, and I see all of his children. I want to see who goes down first. And it is Ivanka. Ivanka goes down first, and then Junior. Eric is still standing up. So who is Don Jr.'s girlfriend is next. That goes down. I don't know if this is going to be the order, but this is exactly what they're showing me. Ivanka, Junior, and then Junior's girlfriend. Eric doesn't seem to be going anywhere. He's just in trouble. He's just watching it and freaking out. And then there's all the other people. I mean, they're like, but Trump? It's almost like he gets to watch everybody go down. Now, Trump is turning around and walking off the back of the stage. Like, whatever. And he turns around and walks off the back of the stage into darkness. Why are you doing that? He just turns around, smiles his little evil smile, and then walks off into darkness. Wow. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that he's going to pass. I don't know if that means that he gives up the fight. I don't know if he gets, I don't know what that means. But he literally turns around and walks off the back of the stage into darkness. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. Okay, let's pull some cards on that. I don't think it was behind the scenes manipulation. I mean, he just walks off into darkness. He's like, whatever, people, bye. That's what the feeling is. Let me Hi, Jess. The Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, isolation, self-imposed restriction, help, negative thoughts. How would that fit into all of that with Trump? Well, this fits into with everybody being connected to Trump. Everybody that's been connected to Trump, you've done this. This is self-imposed. You did this yourself. You chose to be with him, but that nobody has any, sympathy for you. So this has a lot to do with anybody and everybody in his atmosphere, in his circle. So yeah, that would make sense with the Eight of Swords with that. I don't know, Diane. I certainly don't want to say that word out loud and open because nobody, but something happens. I mean, we've all seen it and thing of it. So if this is any indication that he just kind of turns around and goes, I'm leaving you all to do whatever, and I'm not putting up with it, I don't know. It's weird. It was really weird. Okay. Christopher Ray. I'm just going to go in and see what Christopher Ray, the question is, let me read you the question. And this question is from Melinda. Is that Rambo? Is Christopher Ray corrupt by Trump's administration? So let me see. Let me go into Christopher Ray and see what's going on with him and see what's going to happen. So even before I went into the remote, I have to tell you that I'm feeling Christopher Ray just trying to stay above water. So that was interesting feeling. Like he's really trying to keep his job. All right, let me see. Christopher Ray. So I see Christopher Ray. He's sitting on his either a chair or a sofa with a lamp next to him. I don't know if he smokes a pipe or something, but it looks like he's smoking a pipe. Actually, it just looks like one of those old timey pipes that he sits in and smokes. And he's sitting there quietly, reflecting. Okay. So I don't know why they showed me that, but we're going to move on because I can't get anything else from that. So let's see what's going on while he's at work. While he's at work, I've always seen him do the right thing until he can't. I've always seen him do this. Like he will do the right thing, and then he has a choice to either do this or do that in order to save his butt or something like that. And then he will compromise things, but he makes a decision to do so. Like he has no other decision. Like just to stay afloat, or he'll make a decision that looks bad to save somebody else. So he's always had that in mind with me. He knows that he is on the edge. He knows that. I'm trying to see if he's trying to hide something, like he has something hidden. And he does. It's all he's like playing with this ball, and he keeps on putting this ball back behind him so that nobody can see it. He's trying his hardest to not show that part. but they do show up. I see the two men in front of him, and he stands up, grabs the ball, and hands it to him. Like, all right, I give. And then he gets walked out. I do believe that he is going to be walked out. I do believe that eventually, and I don't know what the time frame is, but he will be removed because of this secret, because of this little ball that he was hiding, that he can't hide no more. But he did a lot of good. Not so good things either, but he did a lot of good while he was there. Yeah. So yeah, I do think that they're going to find out the secret. Whatever that ball of secret is, he's going to find out. Let's pull a card. See what's going on. Oh, see? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, the contemplation, the letting go, the different perspective. He's like, I had to do it that way. I had to. You don't understand. I know that this puts me in a compromising position, but I had no choice. That's who he is. I had no choice. So he's the Hanged Man. He knew. So, all right, let's see what the next question is. The next question is this is from Charm D. When will the borders open between Europe and the United States? So, forgive me, I do not know any information about how they're closed, when they close, if there's any, all the restrictions and all that. So I'm really, truly going into this blind. I haven't been paying attention to that side of things. So let me look and see. Can somebody give me a confirmation that the borders are closed permanently, or are they just closed to people that are not vaccinated? So if you can give me a little bit of information. What deck are you using? It is the Blvd Tarot. I'm using the Blvd Tarot. Blvd Tarot, and it is beautiful. I'm in love with decks that have words, because I truly believe whoever created this deck, it is their poetry that is on there. They took time and effort to pick out words that explained their pictures. So I truly love the cards that have words at the bottom to help explain their amazing artwork and their amazing deck. So only vaccinated people can cross the border. So it's not closed. Okay. So as soon as the Americans, so if you can prove that you've been vaccinated, you're allowed to go across the border and fly. Okay. So that's really not closed. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of pass that up. So if you want to go abroad, get vaccinated. So if you can. And I think that's exactly the way it should be forever and ever. Never, never. I don't think it should be any other way. I don't think that another country should accept somebody who could bring an illness into their country. I just don't. That's my own little soapbox. Take it as you will. Okay, so let's move on to another question. This one is from TMA. Will Gavin Newsom succeed and remain as governor? Let's look into Gavin Newsom. Let's definitely look into that, and then we'll pull a card. Okay, Gavin Newsom. Let's see what's going on with Gavin Newsom. Let me find him. So the first vision that I have is he's sitting on a square, I guess is the only thing. Just think of him sitting on a box in a square. And I see a whole bunch of people adding their boxes. And as they add their boxes underneath him, he gets higher and higher and higher and higher. Support, 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 and support. So they're supporting him. Whoever it is, they're rising him to that. So that's good news, that they're really, really supporting him. I'm looking at the other opponent, which I don't know exactly what his name is, but I'm looking to see where his support box is, and he gets supported and then he falls, and he gets supported and then he falls, and he gets his support. So his support is not as solid as Gavin Newsom's. So if I had to go off of what I'm seeing right now, Gavin Newsom does win. He does break through the clouds, and he has this, like he's been brought, like through the heavens is what he's. So I do see him winning. I do see him getting it. And the other guy just can't get the support that he needs. So there you go. Let me see what the cards say. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Inquisitive Tarot. Let's see what the cards say. So look at this. So I have the Eight of Wands. Can you guys see this at all? The Eight of Wands. I know all of these things. The Eight of Wands, which is a beautiful card. And it says fast movement, message, activity, quick action, Cupid's arrow. That love for him, that support, Cupid's arrow. Then we also have air travel and sudden change. So, yeah, he gets in. I'm going to make a hard call on that one, okay? Yes, he's going to make it. All right, let's move on to another one. Let's see. All right, so this one is from Terry Soliers. Sorry. Hi, Terry. It says, good morning, everyone. Oh, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the shout out, sweetheart. I'm just looking for everything in caps. Thank you, Deborah, for joining my members side. In September, I'll start a whole new series and start adding some more teaching and some more videos. So enjoy what's there. I think it's great stuff that's there already. Terry Morgan wants to know, when will Congress work together? Oh gosh, here we go with Congress. Woo! Let's see how many we can get through. How many questions I can get through. So Congress, let me take a deep breath and let me see what's going on with Congress. And then we're talking Congress, meaning that the House representatives and the senators are going to see what they're going to do. See if they're going to come around. I literally see, as soon as I started stepping into energy like that, like quick information comes through. And I got the first information I got through is that they're sharing pumpkin pie, like Thanksgiving. They're sharing pumpkin pie. So there's that. A little weird thing. So I saw the pumpkin, the actual pumpkin, and then I saw everybody sharing pumpkin pie. So, all right, let me close my eyes and see what is going on with Congress. Okay, Congress. Let me find them. Wow. So when I find the Congress, okay, so they're showing me like a high school scene, if you will, where a whole bunch of the kids are over here and they're looking over at the unpopular crowd, and they're pointing at them and shaking their head in the unpopular crowd. Now, the unpopular crowd, forgive the imaging that Spirit is giving me, so this is no offense, but the unpopular crowd is the ones that have dreadlocks. They look like they're goth. They look like they're in rags. So this is what it looks like. The unpopular, and they're just trying to show me what I saw in high school. All the unpopular kids are over there. They're the ones where the police are showing up, the criminals, the liar, all of them. Not that a goth person is a criminal or a liar, but I'm just saying this, so the images they're showing me. So all the ones that are over here and they're having conversations, they're talking, they're trying to work it out, and they're really trying hard to ostracize the criminals is what the word that came through. They're trying to really, really purge themselves of this. So that's important to know, that the ones and the ones that are not going public, that's their own little journey of inside that they have to work on and work. But this is what's happening. So let's go forward. So I see, I'm watching all of the congressmen sit there, and I see another one disappear out of his chair. And another one. Ooh, I see Jim Jordan disappear out of his chair. Especially Jim Jordan. I mean, he like gets yanked, and he's but he gets yanked out. Okay, give me more. Yeah, they start pulling them, like the Congress people that have been involved in the insurrection, involved in the whole thing, they get pulled out. Wow. Have you ever seen Men in Black, the two guys that show up in suits? This is what they keep on. I see another one showing up in front of another congressman that was involved, and they look at them, and the congressman, like, all right, I've been caught. And another two men show up to another one and like, okay, I've been caught. So there's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more. Okay, so this is what's going to happen in between to get them all to start working together. Like by Thanksgiving, it's going to look totally different. Things are literally, I'm feeling panic right now. I'm feeling fear. I'm feeling a whole bunch of threatening happening right now. Don't you dare talk. Don't you dare talk. Don't you dare talk. They're threatening. There's a lot going on right now. And this is almost like the most dangerous time of the congressmen's lives right now. Who is involved and who is investigating? Who is involved and who is investigating? They're really in serious seriousness of the whole thing. It's kind of scary at this moment, but the criminals start going down. Okay, let's get past this. They keep on showing me the scene, so let's get past. So once they are starting to do that, the ones that are on the fence soften up. The ones that want to get back to the way the America wants to work, they start coming. I just saw Lindsey Graham, and his face is really, really red and really sick. His face is like pure red, like alcoholism red. And he's really sick. His eyes are going back and forth. Okay. They just showed me Lindsey Graham. Okay. So, yeah. I think I really do think that they're going through the worst time of their lives right now. Let's just send all of our love and light and support to all of the ones who are working to save our democracy. Just keep on and every day in your prayers, every day in your thoughts, just keep on putting love and light towards the Congress who is trying to save our democracy. So, okay. I am going to go through as many questions as I can as I go through the thing, but I'll see what I can do, as many questions as I can. So I only plan on being on here. It's already 9 o'clock till about 9:30. So we got 30 more minutes. So let me see how many I can get through. And a lot of times I go through after so don't be afraid to post them, because I often go through and try to pull out any other questions that you guys may have, and I can use it on a future video or a future collaboration. So I kind of get a census of what everybody wants to know about. So we have that. Yeah, Melissa. Yeah, red face can mean stroke, level of blood pressure, something. It was really weird because I wasn't asking about Lindsey Graham, but they literally put him in front of me, and he looks really sick, like really bad, like red face. So there's that with Lindsey Graham. All right, so let's pull a card on Congress and see. Balancing. So the Two of Pentacles, that intelligent balancing, they're going to balance themselves. This is just their purging and their way of getting things out. But balance will be restored to. That makes me cry. Hold on. I just felt the balancing. I just felt the gratitude of balancing for Congress. Okay. So that's the card. Balancing. So we will get it back. Have faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith that it will come back. So they have to go through their dark side of their soul too. And that's what Congress is going through right now, is the dark side of their soul. And we get and it's public. So yeah. Sorry. Okay. So next one. Thank you for that question, Terry. Thank you. Okay, let's go scroll down. Terry Salazar says, rumor is Matt Gaetz is going to be indicted this week. Is this going to happen? Okay, I can definitely look into that. I'm only going back to a remote that I had maybe a month or so ago, that this is exactly what my remote was. That he was, skipping around the country thinking everything is fine. And then he was in this big old bubble, and somebody walks up to his big old bubble with a pen and pops it. Says, we got you. I think this is it. I think this is exactly what my remote was talking about. So let me go in and see what is going to happen. See if we have any future. Matt Gaetz. Oh. Okay, so when I'm finding him, he's literally in a lawyer's office. Lawyer sitting down, Matt Gaetz is pacing and angry and you can't do this. I can't go to bed. I mean, she's literally just as angry and as furious. So I do think that they're coming from him, and he knows it. It's not giving me a time frame, but yes, they do. He knows it. He's fighting it tooth and nail. I see a gun in his hand. He doesn't know what to do with it. He has a gun in his hand. And he's waving it around. He has a gun in his hand. What are you going to do with that, Matt? That's his attitude. He has a gun in his hand and he's waving it around, but I don't know what he's going to do with it. He's just angry, like angry, shooting off his mouth anywhere and everywhere he can in front of the lawyer. He's giving me a really bad headache. That's the reason why I'm holding my head. It's because he's anesthetizing his feelings. He's anesthetizing his everything, and he is not sober, and he is not acting out of being sober and calm. He's acting out of like coming down off of alcohol, coming down off of whatever, and his actions. So he's giving me a really bad headache. So I jumped over to Marjorie Taylor Greene because the information keeps on coming in. If I remember right, somebody said that she already separated from him. He's gone from the tour and it's just her now. And I don't know if somebody said that she kicked him off or if he had to leave because of all of these problems. Like he had to go deal with this. And she's taking advantage of the conversations. Because she knows if he gets indicted, she's going to have to say, yeah, I dropped him off. I mean, she's going to use that to her advantage. Yeah, it's coming close. It's coming close. Woo! Okay. Yeah. 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 So, indicted this week. It's coming soon. Like I said, there's no real way of doing a time with that. According to Spirit, they're like, yeah, it's coming this week, but it could be a little later. But yeah, he knows it's coming. It's gonna be the highlight of the country, and he knows it. All right, let's pull a card for Mr. Gates. What card do we have for Mr. Gates? We have 8 of Cups. Withdraw. He's going to be gone. They're going to be taking him. Bye. Bye-bye. Withdraw. Withdraw. Sinking meaning, self-discovery, and abandonment. Withdraw. Ooh. What, Matt? What are you going to do with that gun, Mister? This is for entertainment purposes only. Abandonment. We're just going to go with that. You guys take whatever you want out of that, out of the reading. But yeah, withdraw, gone, abandonment. That's Matt Gates. All right, let's get on to another one. Try to get as many as possible. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope this is helping. That's really why I do it, is for help. Okay, let's see what this one is. Also, Terry, if you have any questions for Sheila. Okay, she was just announcing that. Let me see if we can get to another one. Vivian, will the Brazilian president, I can't say that last word, lose their year's election? I don't know anything about their government. So all I can do is look into the Brazilian president as a Bolsonaro. I murdered it. I know. But let me look. Let me see what's going on with him. I'm literally going blind. So forgive me if I interpret something incorrectly, but I'll do my best. And then I'll pull a card on the Brazilian president. Okay? Let me find him. He's sitting down, drinking either tea or coffee. I don't know what it is in his cup, but he's sitting down drinking tea and coffee, and he's like reading something. It looks like a newspaper, but it's not really a newspaper. I don't know what he's reading. It's like stats or something he's reading. Like he's reading something that somebody, maybe a report that somebody has given him. Okay, so I found him. he's putting on his overcoat and like, okay, let's do this. So whatever it is, there's a preparation for something that he's going to go do. He's like, okay, he's like, let's go do this. And he buttons up his thing and he walks out and faces whatever the decision has been, whatever it is. But it looks like he's going to go through a situation, but he's like, he's okay with it. He's like, let's get this done. Let's get this done. So whatever it is that they're planning on doing, it's happening, and he's prepared to go and face the music or face whatever it is. He has some people on his side. He's waving to the people who support him, but he's also like sees in a distance all the people coming for him. He knows it. He sees both sides. Like they're all sitting there staring at him, and he's like, acknowledges like, hey, what's up? They're walking him down a corridor. I'm just following him at this point. After he came out, I'm just following him walking down a corridor. And I don't know exactly what this means, but okay, I'm just going to tell you because I have no idea what this means. They're closing up a house or a building or something like that, and boarding it up. The people behind him, after he walked out of that corridor and walked out, they're closing the door and they're putting like boards or boarding it up. So I don't know what that means. Like they are trying to put it safely, something nobody gets in, nobody, like it's not going to be used for a while. Preserving what happened, maybe preserving what's inside. Okay. And they're not really showing me too much else because he is walking down the corridor, but I can't see him anymore. It's like I'm looking for him in the corridor. I'm looking through him through the thing, and I cannot see him anymore. Like he is gone. And the place is being boarded up. Like they're changing something drastically. They're not going to be using it anymore. Something really changes. A big change. So, all right. I hope that helps. Let me draw a card on that. JR. Okay. I hope that remote makes sense to you because I don't know anything about their politics or anything. So this is the Two of Wands. First step, two paths, decisions, planning. First step, path. They're working on whatever they're working on, the hard decisions, and they have, with the Two of Wands, it has a lot to do with working decisions. Like they have made the decisions, they're going with the hard decisions, and they're going with it. They're going to enact them. They're going to take it. They're going to do something about it. So the Two of Wands, that partnership, that stay or go type of thing, and traveling. So it looks like he goes. In the remote, it looks like he goes down the corridor. They border up whatever he was doing and going forward, and looks like he does go. So keep me clued in. That was interesting. I love going in blind because it keeps my ego and what I know out of it. I love that. Okay. So the next one is, this is from Terry. Will the anti-maskers affect the re-election for DeSantis and Abbott? Okay. Let me see. Let me shuffle my cards real quick before I go into. I'm just going to do DeSantis and then I'll do Abbott real quick. Thank you, Vivian. So he's the Trump of Barcelona. I think he gets taken. I think he leaves. I do. And what that remote was telling me is I think he leaves. I think they remove him. Okay, DeSantis. Let's do DeSantis and see if his politics on the COVID variant takes him out. Let's see. I've already got the thing that he doesn't get reelected, but let me see how they're reacting to him. So let's see. So I see DeSantis doing press releases, but he's like under Fort Knox. I just saw him clink it down, like nobody else gets in here other than the people who are going to clap for me. He's in front of his fans, so that the media only sees people happy with his decisions. That's what he's doing. He's playing Hollywood right now, for sure. He's playing Hollywood to a certain person. I just saw him make an agreement and get money. Make an agreement and get money. Make an agreement, get money. He's agreeing with whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. Give me money. You know, that's what he's doing. He's agreeing to all of these things that he has to do. He's not his own. He's making deals with the devil, to put it bluntly. And he now has to do the devil's bidding. Okay. So let's move on from that. We know what he's doing. He's now trying to only pander to people who is going to clap for him in his press releases, so it shows the world that everybody's happy with his decisions. So let's move on. I can't move on. I can't get him like out of the in front of the cameras. Come on. He doesn't care. He truly believes that Congress and the Senate is going to be taken over in 2020. So he doesn't care. He really believes that they're not going to be. He's going to be in shock, and he's going to lose his election, and he is going to be in shock. He's just literally, I've got him passed finally into like the election where he's sitting there with his jaw open. Oh, what? This can't be. This is not true. This can't be. He's in shock. Yeah. He's not going to win. He's right now, he's in like quicksand, and the more he moves, the more the quicksand is taking him. The more he moves, the more the quicksand is taking him. So, all right. Let's see what the cards say. Let's pull a card for also the Two of Wands. Two paths he could have taken. Stay or go. Two paths he could have taken. And partnerships. Partnerships, like I said in the remote where he was dealing, you know, doing the devil's bidding. Partnerships. He is a bought man. He is a kept man. And I have a feeling that Abbott is in the same position where he is also a bought man. I think the both entities, and the reason why these two are so parallel is they're bought by the same people. Yeah. I'm just gonna pull a card for Abbott because they're the same. It's like the same path, the same thing. They are botmen. Let me pull a card for Abbott. And yes. Hi, who's in here? Is it Sharon or Lisa from Nasty Women Tarot? Hello, welcome. Justice. Justice is coming for Abbott. He's the worst of the two right now, but justice, because he's threatening to also arrest the Democrats. So justice is also, remember in that remote where for the Democrats when I was doing Biden, justice for Abbott. Remember I said in there that there's something was going to come around and that they have justice for him? There it is. There it is. That's how this all works, right? Okay, let's see if we can do question. Will teachers be safe going back to school? I don't really need to go into a remote at this point in time, but teachers that are vaccinated who wear masks have a better chance. But those who do not get vaccinated and refuse to wear a mask, they are in incredible danger. Because not only, I mean, children are the arteries. Children are coming from every place in the town. So that's will they be safe going back to school? Here in Colorado, all teachers were vaccinated. Here in Colorado, all the children are wearing masks and all the teachers are wearing masks. So here in Colorado, we're a blue state, so we've followed a little bit more mandates and things are going well so far. So let me see if I can find any more. Okay, so this has now jumped. This is how I lost all of my questions that I was looking for. So the citizens of Mississippi and Florida. Let's do Mississippi. Mississippi, I have a brother. So do you think that there's Russian sleepers in D.C.? Absolutely. There's Russian allies probably in every state that they have been trying to infiltrate for a long time. We just have to rely on our law enforcement to flush them out. They know what it looks like. So let's do Mississippi. Now, I have a brother who lives in Mississippi. And let me do a remote about Mississippi because Mississippi, their health care and their hospitals are collapsing. Ooh. So Mississippi, I see they're showing me a picture of the Mississippi River and a barge going down the Mississippi River with caskets. And everybody on the side just crying and crying and crying. The Mississippi is turning bright, like fiery, deep, bright red. That's the color for Mississippi right now. And there's smoke billowing out. I don't think they're going to be actually in fire, but I think this is possibly the rage of the coronavirus, the Delta variant, that is raging in Mississippi. Mississippi will be another Texas and Florida. And I see it's the red. I'm looking at a map of Mississippi, and the red is billowing out of its borders to neighboring states. Holy crap. Okay. Poor Mississippi. Well, here's the thing. If you live in a red state, you are a lone wolf at this point in time. I do know that in Mississippi, I don't know, have they put mask mandates for children? I don't know the answer to that. My goodness, it is unbelievable, the arrogance. If you're not going to get if you don't want the vaccine, whatever. If you drink alcohol, you're putting poison into your body. I mean, that I just don't understand. I'm sure you've put worse in there. What is a vaccine? But that's a whole nother rant. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Just do it. Just wear your mask. You're welcome, Ian McGrath, or Ian. Okay. I know there was a lot of questions that kind of came through, and my thing jumped on me, so I lost my way. But I was able to. I'm going to scroll back and look and see if there was any other ones. You know, love Mother Earth. This is an interesting question. This is her question. Sheila, when you do a remote, do the people you remote on know that you are there? Now, my question will always say, yes, if they're paying attention. You see, if somebody's remoting me or trying to get into my energy, I know it. I know it right off the bat. That's the reason why I have a protection around me that's permanent. I knew this little trick a long time ago when I met some metaphysical women. They were actually people the pagan and witches. That's who they were. And they explained to me that back in the day, when readers like you, like us, they weren't coming across very ethical readers. And so that they would try to take the other readers down by getting into their energy and doing that. So they taught me a protection spell, which is either a prayer spell or protection, whatever you want to say it. And it's called a mirror spell. It's very easy. I am anybody that is trying to read on me, I place mirrors in front of me. So if you read on me, you're only reading on yourself. It bounces back to you. So I have protection. I have a mirrored protection. But I also know when it happens. I know I can feel it. I can see it coming. I can feel it. So if you are paying attention to other energies and not remove your ego and things like that out of the way, you are paying attention to your environment. So I do say, yes, they do know if they know what they're looking for. And if they're open to it, they would know. Some people are just aware and they don't know what it is. So there's the answer to that. Pamela, I asked to see if you see the ERA passing before 2023 becoming a new amendment. Is that what that is, the ERA? I can pull a card on that. Let's pull a card on that and see. Prince Harry? What exactly is the question for Prince Harry? Because I saw an interview that he did, and that one, he's said it all. He's very angry. He's very upset, but there's nothing they can, I saw that. So let me, ERA. Let me pull a card for that. The Knight of Swords. I do think that. Then a sudden action, impulsive, quick, aggressive, take charge, warrior, fast thinking, risk taker, and brave. I do think that the ERA is coming into play, and people are thinking on it, and they're talking about it, and they are, the Knight of Swords is that person, that the beginning of a stage, that knight that comes in and fights the battles and gets things done and talks to the king. So that knight is in there. So there's somebody higher level advocating for it. So I do think that there is emotion. There is something there. It's not, the energy is not there if it's going to get in or not. But with a knight on it, the battle is beginning. So, yes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, past the ERA now, but somebody's in there. That's good. That's good news. Okay. Will Manchin vote for the infrastructure bill, or maybe a few Republicans will surprise us? All right. Let me do a card draw on the infrastructure bill. I do see emotional decisions, but I also see an ongoing battle. Here's the Two of Cups, the emotional connection, the emotional, like people really want this done. But unfortunately, I see an ongoing battle. So I don't know if they're going to get too much public recognition and pride. The growth that they want, the emotional growth that they want, but I see the ongoing battle, tired, resilient. So I don't know if it's going to happen. I kind of had that feeling when I was reading the question. The battle is not done yet. And that energy, whether it's going to pass or not, is just not in it right now. Now, that could change next week. How long the battle is going to be. But I think by September or October, let me see the infrastructure bill. Let me pull some cards on, because I don't think they're going to be doing a whole lot until like the 20th of October, or the 20th of this month. No. I see the Four of Swords, that timed out. No. They're going to be embattled for a little while. Because I also have the King of Cups. The King of Cups, Biden, please, please, please do what they do, but conflict. The King of Cups and the conflict of the administration. They just do not want any of that. I mean, if the Republicans, or if any of them really go forward and get this done, they can't say that Biden didn't get anything done. They can't say that anymore. And they don't want that. They don't want anything great, wonderful, and big and huge to divert them from their primary purpose, which is to switch the Congress and switch the Senate back to Republicans, so that they can kick out Biden, they can put in whoever they want and take over the world. That's their goal. We just have to be vigilant and fight the perfect fight, and make sure we stay vigilant on making sure we are incredibly aware of our politics in this country right now. I can't say this enough. Educate whoever is around you in your vicinity, and then beyond. So we can make a change. You saw what the election can do with all of the votes. We can make a change. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all of your support. And just know this, when you put something in the chat, I do take the time and sit back and read everybody's comments in the chat. When I, like, if I'm at work and I have a moment, I'll go back and listen to my own video so that I can course correct if there's anything that I need to course correct on, because yeah. But I also read all of your comments, and a lot of your comments in there, hello Sheila, how are you? I love what you're doing and all that. Just know that I do read them and I do see them. So don't think that your kind words and your effort to put them in the chat are not unnoticed, because I do see them. Okay, so let me see. I'm kind of tapping out a little. I really am starting to feel the spiritual exhaustion for these. But I want to do an overall card read on Trump. I'd rather do the cards instead of go remote in him, because right now, because I saw him walking off the stage in the back of the stage, going off into the darkness and by. So I really want to do a card read on that. Hi, White Dragon. Thank you. Thank you for that. Namaste, Lynn. Namaste. My soul sees your soul. Yes, definitely. Before Autumn comes on, definitely get a break so that you can go watch Autumn. Autumn, please go watch Autumn. She does political readings every single day for your for you to, so that you have to listen to. She gets updated questions and stuff like that. So please go do that. She comes on, I think, at noon her time, which is Chicago time. If you get there early enough and post your questions, she will get to it. Thank you. Autumn, yes. Okay. Trump walking off stage and going off into the darkness. I need to know. I need to know. Thank you. Thank you, Max. I'm also doing a live on Nancy Jean's channel today. Her and I are going to go live on her channel, so watch for that too. You might have to do a rewatch or what have you, but please join us. Please support. All right. Isn't this what we've all been saying? Well, the first card I got was the Ten of Pentacles, that inheritance, that old money, right? He's been playing the my family's been rich for quite some time, but the Queen of Swords is his problem. That feminine, that woman is going to take him down. A lot of people have a lot of ideas who that may be. It could be Letitia. It could be Ivanka. It could be, all kinds of women that are taking it. It could be McCarthy, and not McCarthy. Gosh, I can't think of her name. The congresswoman who chose to be on the commission. I can't think of her name right now. But anyways, a lot of people. So a woman femininity, the woman who's going to take it, that's his problem. So here's the four of Pentacles, holding on to something and being stingy, holding on to power, holding on to the presidency, holding on, being stingy. This is what has caused his demise, holding on to and being stingy. We also have the Two of Swords, stepping into the past, decisions, staying. This is over top, stepping into the past, stepping into what is going on. We also have the Knight of Pentacles, slow progress. He's not getting anywhere. They know it from the deep down in their soul that all their efforts they're not getting anywhere. It's not working. It's not doing what they wanted to do. They can't get the whole country on board. They only get the prejudiced white people, and there's not enough of them left. Thank God. We have been doing a great job of getting them out and purged from this country. Hi Jeffrey. Hi Ripe Color. He's also doing a live today. Who are you doing a live with today, Jeffrey? Please, please, please go support him. And I think he's doing a live today with Nasty Women, Lisa and Sharon. So go check that out too. So yeah, he knows deep down in his soul that things are not working out. We also have a Hanged Man going forward. The Hanged Man, this is Trump that we're talking about. The Hanged Man. He's like that self-imposed, that transition, that letting go, that different perspective, waiting, that retreat, going forward, that retreat. That's what my vision was, that he retreats off of that stage and goes into the darkness. He retreats. Everybody says maybe he'll leave country. Maybe this is what everybody is seeing, that he leaves and he goes off into the darkness. We also have the Three of Wands, that receiving support in the big picture. He sees that he finally sees the big picture. I don't know what that means. That's kind of and then outside influence. The end of what he's doing, the end of his process, the end of the Republicans, the end of everything. The outside influence. Karma comes and bites him in his tuchus. And his big tuchus. I can't say much. I got a big tuchus too. But karma bites him in his tuchus. We will get to see. We have hope after it's done and over with. We'll have hope in this country again. The sun shines. Have you ever watched The Lion King? At the end, when Simba gets a hold, kills, or his uncle's scarf dies or something like that. The sun comes out. The things look better. The flowers start blooming. This is us after that is over with. And his base is going to feel like a fool. The fools, they're going to feel like fools. We're going to have a whole bunch of people who supported Trump that we're going to have to help through their feeling like a fool. Like, I don't understand. We have the 11th and 12th house. The 11th house is that rest and time out. We're going to be able to rest and take a breather when this is all over with. And then we have the Four of Cups, refusing, the apathy, the boredom. We're going to be so bored after all of this and Trump goes off into the distance. We're going to be so bored, and we're going to enjoy every ounce of that boredom. We're going to be back to trying to find things to read on again. We're just going to have to learn how to start teaching everybody how to be enlightened. Which version of The Lion King did I watch? I watched the first one where Simba comes back and Scar dies and he takes over and the sun comes out and everything's beautiful again. I didn't like the first part of it. Infrastructure bill already passed. No, we're not talking about that one. We're talking about the other infrastructure bill. I know that the first part of the infrastructure bill did pass. That was the one that for the physical stuff. The one that for the emotional stuff, like helping with the seniors and this, that, and the other. That's the one they're going to fight on. So it was one did already. The other one is still in the wings, and that's where they're going to fight. So, yeah, they're there. I'm ready for board too. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps. I think we really are, like everybody else. Even everybody else has to go through it. The Senate in our country and Congress and our government is going through the dark side of their soul right now. But just know that we're going to be better for it once it's done and over with. And I do believe that the right people and the right ideas will come through and we will win this war. We will absolutely win this war. So keep faith, take a deep breath, and stick with us because we are here. We are your spiritual warriors to help you through all of this. All of the readers, please, give love to anybody that you connect with. It doesn't matter which reader you watch. If you connect with them and you get a positive and connection with them, please give them all the love that you can. It really, truly is all of the above good stuff. So, all right, everyone. Bye. You have a wonderful day. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, girl, for always being here for me and being with me. So, bye, everyone.